White played. King takes g to pause the video to find out black's response. Knight e3 check. King f3. Queen f6 check. King takes e3. Rook e8 check. King d2. Queen b2 check. King d1. Queen takes a 1 check. King d2. Queen b2 check. King d1. Queen b1 check. King d2. Queen takes a 2 check. King d1. Queen takes b3 check. King d2. Black is in a commanding position. Let's go to the next game. Black just played. Pawn takes e5. Pause the video to find out white's response. Rook takes e5. Rook f4. Black intends to play rook takes f3 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Queen c3 move preferred by white. White wants to play rook takes g5 check. King h6. Queen g7 mate and seize the initiative. Bishop takes e5 move preferred by black. Rook takes e5. King f8. Rook takes g5. Rook h7. Queen c8 check. Queen e8. Rook g8 check. King takes g8. Queen takes e8 check. Rook f8. Black might go for rook takes e8 and seize the initiative. Queen e5 was chosen by white. Rook g7. On d6. Rook d8. On h4. Rook gd7. Queen g5 check. King f7. Queen takes h5 check. King e6. On g4. Rook a8. Queen c5. Rook dd8. On f4. White considers playing. On f5 check. King f6. Queen c3 check. King f7. Queen c7 check. King f8. On f6. Rook d7. Queen takes d7 and take decisive advantage. King d7 was chosen by black. On g5. On d6. Black is looking to play pawn takes c5 and take decisive advantage. Queen takes b6 move preferred by white. On a5 white is dominating the board. Let's go to the next game. White made a move. Queen h3. Pause the video to analyze black's next move. Knight takes d3 check. King d2. White is setting up to play queen takes d3 and increase their advantage significantly. Knight takes f2 was chosen by black. Queen e3. Knight takes h1. Knight c3. Queen takes e3 check. King takes e3. On c6. Knight f7 check. King e8. Knight g5. On d5. Black's idea is to play pawn takes c4 and establish a winning position. Bishop d3 was chosen by white. Bishop c5 check. King e2. Bishop g4 check. King f1. On b5. On b4. White considers playing pawn takes c5 and dominate the board. Bishop takes b4 move preferred by black. Bishop d2. Bishop c5. On a4. Knight f2. On takes b5. Knight takes d3. On takes d3. On takes b5. Knight takes b5. King d7. Black wants to play King c6. On d4. Bishop b6. Knight c3. Rook f8. Rook c1. Knight d7 check. Knight f3. Bishop takes d4 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Knight f3 move preferred by white. Bishop takes f3. On takes f3. King c6. Black intends to play king takes b5 and gain a significant edge. Knight c3 was chosen by white. On the 5. Knight e2. Bishop b6. Rook c1 check. King d7. Knight c3. On a4. Rook a1. On a3. Rook a2. Bishop c5. Bishop c1. Rook a5. Knight b1. Knight h5. Knight takes a3. Bishop d6. Black might go for Knight f4. Bishop d2. Rook a4. Bishop takes f4. Bishop takes f4. Rook a1. Bishop e5. On d4. Bishop takes d4 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Rook a1 was chosen by white. Bishop takes h2. Rook b1. Bishop e5. Rook b7 check. King c6. Black might go for king takes b7 and secure a stronghold in the game. Rook f7 played by white. King d6. King e1. Knight g3. Bishop d2. King e6. Black intends to play rook takes a3 and establish a winning position. Bishop takes a5 played by white. King takes f7. Knight c2. Bishop f4. Knight d4. Bishop e3. Black wants to play bishop takes d4 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Knight b5 played by white. Knight f5. Knight c7. Knight e7. Bishop d2. White wants to play bishop takes e3 and establish a winning position. Bishop b6 was chosen by black. Black's idea is to play bishop takes c7 and secure a stronghold in the game. Knight b5 move preferred by white. Knight f5. Bishop c3. On g5. Bishop d2. On h6. King f1. King e6. King g2. Bishop e3. Black considers playing bishop takes d2 and take decisive advantage. Bishop c3 move preferred by white. On d4. Black is setting up to play pawn takes c3 and take decisive advantage. Bishop a5 was chosen by white. On h5. Knight a3. Bishop f4. King g1. Knight e3. Black is setting up to play. On h4. Bishop d8. On h3. Bishop takes g5. Bishop takes g5 and take decisive advantage. Bishop b6 move preferred by white. King d5. Bishop d8. On h4. Bishop f6. On h3. Black is setting up to play. On h2 check. King h1. Knight d1. King g2. Knight f2. King takes f2. Pawn promotes to queen at h1 and establish a winning position. Knight b5 was chosen by white. Knight f5. Black intends to play. On h2 check. King g2. Knight g3. King takes h2. Knight h5 check. King g2. Knight takes f6 and seizes the initiative. Bishop takes g5 was chosen by white. Bishop takes g5. King h2. Black is in a commanding position. Let's go to the next game.